Says the way to make history is to make history of this business as usual treatment of debt ceiling extensions, period. This time don't. And when it comes to cutting spending, this time do. Mark Meckler is the co-founder of the Tea Party Patriots. He joins us right now. Mark, you've heard the semantics and the legalese and the bureaucraties about how they proceed here, but here's my quick take of it. They're nowhere near an agreement on serious spending cuts, even among Republicans. So we're going to be bumping against this deadline without any commensurate cuts. We're going to shut the government down.
I don't think that would necessarily be an unhealthy thing, Neil. People have had it with the federal government. They've had it with the bureaucracy. They've had it with mortgaging our children's future. It's time to get serious. The day of reckoning is here, and that means we have an obligation, literally a moral obligation, to take care of the country for our kids. These folks have got to get serious.
Now, let's say they do get serious, and I agree with you that most people are more open to this than certainly they were in 1995. But you know when everything kind of hits the fan, when stuff that directly affects them starts happening to them. Now, we know in the case of a government shutdown, certain trains keep running, including Social Security checks. The military is still provided for. We still pay off bondholders and interest payments to avoid default, that sort of thing. But if you're in line for a passport, you might as well stay in line. If you're looking to visit a national park, you're not going to be able to go to that park. So as more of those annoyances pile up, and I remember this from '95, more people were getting ticked off. Which wins out here?
I think the future of America wins out. I think Americans have had it. We've been playing this game since way back when. People know that things are very serious. People understand it at a real basic human level. They know exactly what you said, Neil. When the money runs out, you've got to stop spending, and they're ready for the pain that comes with it.
Do you think enough are, though, Mark? I would agree with you. We got to stop this craziness where we just keep raising our national Visa credit card line and assume that we've somehow escaped the reaper when we really haven't. But when everything hits the fan and some of those inconveniences get bigger and bigger, it's sort of like cuts in Washington when everyone is for them in the aggregate, right? But when it's something that affects them, well, then suddenly they're not for it.
I can tell you personally, I've been traveling all over the country for the last year. I talk to people about this, and people say they're ready for the personal pain. They understand it's going to take their own personal sacrifice. There are going to be inconveniences, but people now have a long-term view of America. And again, it goes back to they know they have a responsibility to future generations. They're willing to do what it takes, Neil. I think it's a very different time.
All right, let's hope you're right, Mark Meckler. Thank you very much. Talia and Julie, can we show that credit card again? That's a great graphic. It illustrates the point perfectly, because what Joanne and Talia left out is that's my wife's credit card right there, just right up there. All right, I guess I will be staying in the city tonight.